Hi, it's Gail with Traders Help Desk, and in this video, it's part 2 of the RSI. I want to show you why we built in divergence on both the ADX and the RSI. Now, I do have a training video for those that are new to divergence, but in a nutshell, it's when your oscillator goes in one direction and price goes in a different direction. So in this case, you can see when I line these up, the RSI over here is below -50. That tells me the market is oversold. At the same time, the ADX over here is above 80. Both of these indicate that the market will retrace. And more than likely, it's going to go up to at least this ATR, which is the plus sign. As you can see, that's exactly what it does. And you can see that the RSI actually makes a high with price. But then we make a lower high over here in price, but we make a higher high in the RSI. That is one type of divergence. And I'm just going to highlight it for you. So we have a high here and a higher high here. We have a high here and a lower high. Notice how this goes in one direction, this goes in the opposite direction. That is the core of divergence. Notice that we now make a new low in price right here. But look at what happens over on the RSI. We went from this low to a higher low. Again, this is your divergence between the RSI and your price chart. Now, if we had this on the actual screen, you would probably see the red dots connected. I like seeing it in its own separate window. As you can see, it's a little bit easier to spot by having it in a separate window. Notice also that on each of these divergences, on the lows, we get this magenta peak. So this magenta peak says, okay, we're going to go back at least to the ATR. In this case, we went to the congestion dot. It stopped it. Then it comes down again, and we get a new magenta peak here. With this new magenta peak formed, we know that we're going to go straight up and test at least this ATR. So very significant concepts are already built into the indicators, and if you have any trouble understanding these concepts, then of course we do have training videos that allow you to learn at your own pace. They have a lot of chart examples of the concepts, and you can go back and review them anytime you want from wherever you want.